Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of knowledge and travelers of the soul, we gather here today to delve into the intricacies of human nature, particularly the experience of those among us who feel deeply, who perceive the world with heightened sensitivity. These individuals, whom we may call highly sensitive persons, HSPs, are not anomalies, nor are they broken. Rather, they are like finely tuned instruments in a symphony played against the cacophony of modern existence, a world that often seems addicted to numbness, to the avoidance of feeling and the shunning of introspection. Let us consider the plight of these sensitive souls, who find themselves spiritually inflamed in a society that frequently values the superficial over the profound, the material over the spiritual. This spiritual inflammation is not a malady to be cured, but an awakening, a call to a deeper engagement with the mysteries of the self and the universe. In the words of the great poets and mystics, it is an invitation to embark upon a journey into the depths of the psyche, where the shadows dance with the light, and where the conscious is but a small island in the vast sea of the unconscious. Our exploration begins with an understanding of what it means to be highly sensitive. These individuals possess an acute awareness of the subtleties in their environment, a keen attunement to the emotional states of others, and a profound capacity for empathy. They are often overwhelmed by the sheer volume of sensory and emotional information they receive, as if their very souls are porous to the energies that surround them. In this state, they become conduits for the archetypal forces that move through the collective unconscious, serving as intermediaries between the seen and the unseen. The known and the unknown, in reflecting on the nature of sensitivity, we are drawn inevitably to the concept of the archetype, that timeless pattern residing in the collective unconscious, influencing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. The archetype of the wounded healer comes to mind, a figure who, through their own suffering, gains the insight and compassion to heal others. This archetype is particularly resonant for HSPs who, through their own deep feeling and frequent encounters with pain, are often able to offer profound healing to those around them. Yet, this sensitivity can also render them vulnerable in a world that often does not understand or value their gifts. The modern world, with its incessant pursuit of productivity and external validation, can be a harsh environment for those who perceive and feel deeply. It is a world that often seeks to numb itself against pain and discomfort, to bury the very feelings that make us human beneath layers of distraction and denial. In such a world, the sensitive soul can feel like an outsider, an alien in a land that has forgotten the language of the heart. The spiritual inflammation experienced by HSPs is akin to the alchemical process where the prima materia, the raw, unformed matter, is subjected to heat and pressure until it is transformed into the philosopher's stone. A symbol of enlightenment and the realization of the self. This process is not without its trials and tribulations. It demands a willingness to confront the shadow, that dark, unacknowledged part of ourselves that harbors our fears, insecurities, and unfulfilled desires. It is through the integration of the shadow that we achieve wholeness, that we come to know the full spectrum of our being. In this journey, dreams serve as invaluable guides, offering glimpses into the unconscious where the true work of transformation takes place. For the sensitive soul, dreams are often vivid and profound, rich with symbols and motifs that speak to the deepest layers of the psyche. They are messages from the soul, urging us to listen, to pay attention to the whispers of intuition and the quiet stirrings of the heart. Consider the symbolism of the chrysalis, within which the caterpillar undergoes a metamorphosis, emerging as a butterfly. This is not merely a transformation of form, but an ascent to a higher plane of existence. For HSPs, their sensitivity is the chrysalis, a vessel through which they are called to transform, to spread their wings and touch the divine. It is a sacred journey, fraught with challenges, but also filled with the promise of transcendence. The path of individuation, a core concept of my work, is a process through which we come to understand and integrate all aspects of our being, including those parts that are difficult to face. It is a journey toward the realization of the self, that central organizing principle within the psyche. For the highly sensitive person, this journey is both a burden and a gift. It is a burden because the path is often arduous, filled with the voices of doubt and fear. Yet it is also a gift, for it holds the promise of a deeper connection to the numbness, to the sacred mysteries that lie beyond the veil of the everyday. As we navigate this path, we must cultivate what I have referred to as the transcendent function, the capacity to hold the tension of opposites within the psyche, to embrace both the light and the shadow. This requires a willingness to engage with the unconscious, to allow the symbols and images that arise from the depths to inform our conscious understanding. It is through this engagement that we achieve a greater harmony within ourselves, a balance that allows us to navigate the complexities of life with grace and wisdom. In this endeavor, the role of the community cannot be overstated. For too long, the sensitive soul has been isolated, cut off from the support and understanding of others. Yet, it is through connection and communion that we find strength and solace. It is through the sharing of our stories, our struggles, and our triumphs that we come to realize we are not alone, that others walk this path alongside us. As we conclude this part of our exploration, let us remember that the journey of the highly sensitive person is not one of isolation, but of integration. It is a journey toward wholeness, toward the realization of the self in all its complexity and beauty. It is a journey that calls us to embrace our sensitivity, not as a weakness, but as a profound strength, a beacon of light in a world that so often seeks to dim the flame of the soul. In our next discussion, we shall delve deeper into the practical aspects of this journey, exploring how the sensitive soul can navigate the challenges of modern life while remaining true to their essence. We shall explore the ways in which we can cultivate resilience and strength, not through the hardening of the heart, but through the opening of the soul to the infinite possibilities that lie within. Let us continue this exploration with open hearts and minds as we seek to uncover the treasures that await us in the depths of the unconscious. As we proceed on this journey of understanding and integration, let us turn our attention to the profound wisdom that lies at the heart of the human psyche. The sensitive soul, often buffeted by the winds of modernity, stands as a testament to the complexity and depth of human consciousness. It is through this lens of sensitivity that we can begin to appreciate the richness of the inner life, a realm often overshadowed by the demands of the external world. The psyche, in its infinite complexity, is woven with threads of both the personal and the collective. It is within this intricate tapestry that the highly sensitive person finds themselves navigating a path that is deeply intertwined with the archetypal forces that shape our existence. These forces, timeless and universal, echo through the corridors of our consciousness, calling us to engage with the deeper mysteries of life. Let us consider for a moment the archetype of the seeker. This archetype embodies the quest for knowledge, for understanding, and ultimately for the truth of one's own being. For the sensitive individual, this quest is not merely an intellectual pursuit, but a lived experience, a pilgrimage into the depths of the soul. It is through this seeking that they come to encounter the numbness, that which is beyond comprehension, yet profoundly felt. In the modern world, where distraction is omnipresent and depth often sacrificed at the altar of expediency, the seeker within the sensitive soul is called to resist the siren call of superficiality. This resistance is not a rejection of the world, but a deeper engagement with it. An invitation to see beyond the surface to the underlying patterns that bind us all. It is through this engagement that we come to understand the interconnectedness of all things, the web of life that holds us in its embrace. The journey of the seeker is fraught with paradox. It requires a willingness to embrace uncertainty, to stand at the threshold of the unknown and step forward with courage and curiosity. It is a journey that challenges the very foundations of our identity, urging us to shed the layers of conditioning and assumption that obscure the truth of our essence. For the sensitive soul, this journey can be both exhilarating and terrifying. A dance between the familiar and the unfamiliar, the known and the yet to be discovered. As we delve deeper into this exploration, we must consider the role of the shadow, that hidden aspect of the psyche that contains all that we have denied or repressed. The shadow is not merely a repository of our darker impulses, but a vital component of our wholeness, a mirror reflecting the parts of ourselves we have yet to embrace. For the highly sensitive person, the shadow can be a source of profound insight and growth, revealing the hidden strengths and potentialities that lie dormant within. Engaging with the shadow requires a willingness to confront the discomfort and fear that arise when we look into the depths of our own being. It is an invitation to dialogue with the parts of ourselves that we have marginalized, to bring them into the light of consciousness where they can be integrated and transformed. This process is not without its challenges. Yet it is through this integration that we come to experience a greater sense of wholeness and authenticity. In this work of integration, the imagination plays a crucial role. The imagination is not merely a tool for fantasy or escape, but a bridge to the unconscious, a pathway to the deeper layers of the psyche, where the seeds of transformation are sown For the sensitive soul, the imagination is a sanctuary, a sacred space where the soul can explore its own depths and commune with the archetypal images that arise from within. Through the creative act, whether it be in art, music, writing, or any form of expression, the sensitive individual can give voice to the inexpressible, bringing forth the images and symbols that dwell within the unconscious. This act of creation is a powerful means of healing and transformation, allowing the soul to articulate its own truths and to weave a narrative that honors its unique journey. As we contemplate the role of creativity in the life of the sensitive person, we are reminded of the alchemical process, that ancient art of transformation that seeks to transmute the base metal of the ordinary into the gold of the extraordinary. This metaphor speaks to the potential within each of us to transform our experiences, to find in our suffering and sensitivity the raw material for growth and enlightenment. The path of transformation is not linear but cyclical. Echoing the rhythms of nature and the cycles of life, it is a journey that requires patience and perseverance, a willingness to trust in the process even when the outcome is uncertain. For the sensitive soul, this journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that within the depths of our being lies the capacity for renewal and rebirth. In the company of others, we find the support and encouragement needed to embark on this journey of transformation. The communal aspect of the human experience is vital for the sensitive individual who often feels the weight of the world upon their shoulders. It is through the sharing of our stories, our dreams, and our insights that we create a tapestry of connection, a web of support that sustains us on our journey. As we draw this part of our exploration to a close, let us reflect on the gifts that sensitivity brings to our world. In a society that often values strength and resilience above all else, the sensitive soul offers a different kind of strength, one rooted in empathy, compassion, and a deep understanding of the human condition. It is a strength that is not loud or brash, but quiet and enduring. A beacon of light in a world that so often seeks to extinguish the flame of vulnerability. Let us honor the sensitive souls among us, those who walk the path of the seeker, who embrace their shadow and cultivate their imagination. Let us create a world in which their gifts are recognized and celebrated, where their journey toward wholeness is supported and encouraged. In doing so, we not only honor the sensitive individual, but the deeper truth of our shared humanity, a truth that calls us all to embark on our own journeys of transformation and discovery. In our next gathering, we shall explore the practical ways in which the sensitive soul can navigate the challenges of the modern world while remaining true to their essence. We shall delve into the practices and perspectives that support the journey toward wholeness, offering guidance and inspiration for those who seek to live authentically in a world that often demands conformity. Let us continue this exploration with open hearts and minds, as we seek to uncover the treasures that await us in the depths of the unconscious, as we continue our journey into the intricacies of the human psyche and the unique experiences of those who feel deeply. Let us turn our gaze toward the realm of practical wisdom and the cultivation of resilience. For the highly sensitive person, navigating the complexities of modern life requires not only a profound understanding of self, but also the development of strategies that honor their sensitivity while allowing them to thrive in a world that often seems at odds with their nature. In the midst of an ever-accelerating world, where the pace of life often drowns out the subtler rhythms of the heart and soul, the sensitive individual is called to cultivate a sanctuary within, a space where they can retreat and rejuvenate their weary spirit. This inner sanctuary is not a place of escape, but a refuge, a sacred ground upon which they can reconnect with the essence of their being and draw strength from the wellspring of their own soul. The practice of mindfulness, the art of being present to the moment, offers a gateway to this sanctuary. In the quietude of mindful awareness, the sensitive soul can attune to the whispers of intuition and the gentle stirrings of emotion that often go unnoticed in the cacophony of daily life. Mindfulness invites us to embrace each moment with curiosity and compassion, to witness the ebb and flow of thoughts and feelings without judgment or attachment. In this state of presence, we find the stillness that allows us to listen deeply to the wisdom of the heart. Alongside mindfulness, the practice of grounding serves as an anchor in the stormy seas of sensation and emotion. Grounding is the art of connecting with the earth, of finding stability and balance amidst the turbulence of experience. For the highly sensitive, this practice can take many forms. Walking barefoot in nature, engaging in physical movement, or simply taking a moment to breathe deeply and feel the solidity of the ground beneath one's feet. Through grounding, the sensitive individual cultivates a sense of rootedness, a connection to the earth that provides strength and stability in times of overwhelm. In addition to these practices, the sensitive soul benefits from the cultivation of boundaries, the art of delineating the space between self and other. Boundaries are not barriers, but expressions of self-respect and self-care, a recognition of one's own needs and limits. For the highly sensitive, establishing healthy boundaries is essential to maintaining balance and well-being. It is an act of self-love, a declaration that one's sensitivity is a gift to be cherished and protected. As we consider the ways in which the sensitive individual can navigate the world, we must also reflect on the importance of community and connection. In the embrace of a supportive and understanding community, the sensitive soul finds the nourishment and encouragement needed to thrive. It is through the sharing of experiences, the exchange of insights, and the offering of empathy that we build a network of support, a web of connection that holds us in our moments of vulnerability. The role of creativity in the life of the sensitive person cannot be overstated. Creativity is a language of the soul, a means of expressing the inexpressible and bringing forth the inner world into the light of day. Whether through art, music, writing, or any form of creative expression, the sensitive individual can find a channel for their emotions and insights, a way to communicate the depth of their experience to the world. In creativity, they find not only a means of self-expression, but also a pathway to healing and transformation. In this exploration of practical wisdom, we must also acknowledge the importance of rest and rejuvenation. The highly sensitive person, with their acute awareness and deep feeling, can become easily depleted by the demands of life. rest is not a luxury but a necessity, a vital component of maintaining balance and well-being. It is through rest that the sensitive individual replenishes their energy and reconnects with their inner source of strength in the embrace of nature. The sensitive soul finds a powerful ally. Nature offers a balm for the weary spirit, a reminder of the beauty and harmony that exist beyond the confines of human civilization. In the presence of the natural world, the sensitive individual can find solace and inspiration, a reflection of their own inner landscape in the rhythms and cycles of the earth. Nature invites us to slow down, to attune to its rhythms, and to rediscover the interconnectedness of all life. As we draw this exploration to a close, let us reflect on the transformative power of sensitivity. In a world that often prizes hardness and detachment, the sensitive soul offers a different vision, a vision of empathy, compassion, and connection. It is a vision that calls us to embrace our own vulnerability, to recognize the strength that lies in feeling deeply and caring profoundly. In this journey of understanding and integration, let us honor the sensitive souls among us, those who walk the path of the seeker, who embrace their shadow and cultivate their imagination. Let us create a world in which their gifts are recognized and celebrated, where their journey toward wholeness is supported and encouraged. In doing so, we not only honor the sensitive individual, but the deeper truth of our shared humanity, a truth that calls us all to embark on our own journeys of transformation and discovery. And so, my dear friends, as we stand at the threshold of this new understanding, let us take a moment to turn inward, to listen to the quiet voice of the soul, and to reflect on the journey that lies ahead. In the silence of our own hearts, let us find the courage to embrace our sensitivity and to walk the path of transformation with grace and dignity. Let us remember that we are not alone, that we are held in the embrace of a universe that is vast and mysterious, and that within each of us lies the potential for greatness and the promise of becoming. As we continue to delve into the rich tapestry of the human psyche, let us turn our attention to the profound dynamics that exist between the individual and the collective. The sensitive soul, in their heightened perception and deep empathy, often finds themselves at the intersection of these two realms, serving as a conduit for the energies and archetypes that move through the collective unconscious. In this exploration, we must consider the role of the collective unconscious, that vast reservoir of shared human experience and knowledge that lies beneath the threshold of individual awareness. It is within this realm that the archetypes reside, those universal symbols and motifs that shape our thoughts and behaviors across cultures and epochs. For the highly sensitive person, attunement to the collective unconscious can be both a blessing and a burden, for they are often acutely aware of the undercurrents and patterns that influence human behavior on a grand scale. The archetype of the hero's journey offers a powerful framework for understanding the path of the sensitive soul. This archetype, present in countless myths and stories throughout history, speaks to the universal quest for self-discovery and transformation. It is a journey that begins with a call to adventure, a summons to leave the familiar behind and venture into the unknown. For the sensitive individual, this call may manifest as a deep yearning for authenticity, a desire to live in alignment with their true nature, despite the pressures of conformity. As the hero embarks on their journey, they encounter trials and challenges that test their resolve and strength. These challenges are not merely external obstacles, but reflections of the inner struggles that must be faced and overcome. For the highly sensitive, these trials often involve the integration of their shadow, the parts of themselves that have been denied or repressed. It is through the confrontation and acceptance of the shadow that the hero gains insight and wisdom, drawing upon the hidden strengths that lie within. The journey of the hero is also marked by encounters with allies and mentors, figures who provide guidance and support along the way. For the sensitive soul, these allies may take the form of kindred spirits. Those who understand and appreciate their unique gifts and challenges. The presence of such individuals is invaluable, for they offer not only companionship, but also a mirror through which the sensitive individual can see themselves more clearly. At the heart of the hero's journey lies the ordeal, a moment of crisis that demands the hero summon all their courage and strength. It is a transformative moment, one that often involves a descent into the depths of the unconscious, where the hero confronts their deepest fears and emerges with newfound clarity and purpose. For the highly sensitive, this ordeal may involve the realization of their own power and potential, a recognition that their sensitivity is not a hindrance but a source of strength and insight. As the hero returns from their journey, they bring wisdom, the boon, a gift or insight that has the power to transform not only their own life but the lives of others. For the sensitive individual, this boon may take the form of empathy, creativity, or a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all things. It is a gift that enriches the world, offering new perspectives and possibilities for growth and healing. In contemplating the hero's journey, we are reminded of the cyclical nature of life and transformation. Just as the hero's journey does not end with a return, so too does the journey of the sensitive soul continue, evolving and deepening with each new experience. It is a reminder that the path of transformation is not a destination but a lifelong process, one that invites continual exploration and growth. As we consider the broader implications of this journey, we are drawn to reflect on the role of the sensitive soul in the larger tapestry of human society. In a world that often values speed and efficiency over depth and reflection, the sensitive individual offers a counterbalance, a reminder of the importance of empathy, compassion, and introspection. They serve as bridges between worlds, translating the language of the heart into action and understanding that can foster connection and healing. The sensitive soul, in their attunement to the subtleties of human experience, becomes a beacon of light in the darkness, illuminating paths of possibility that may have otherwise been overlooked. Their presence invites us to slow down, to listen more deeply, and to engage with the world in a way that honors both the seen and the unseen, the known and the unknown. In this light, we may also consider the concept of synchronicity, those meaningful coincidences that seem to defy the laws of causality and point to a deeper order within the universe. For the highly sensitive, these moments of synchronicity are often more pronounced, serving as reminders of the interconnectedness of all things and the guiding hand of the unconscious in our lives. They invite us to trust in the unfolding of our journey, to recognize the signs and symbols that guide us along the way. As we draw this exploration to a close, let us remember the wisdom that sensitivity brings to our world. In embracing our sensitivity, we open ourselves to the richness of the human experience, to the beauty and complexity that lie beneath the surface of everyday life. We are called to honor the sensitive souls among us, to create spaces where their gifts can be nurtured and celebrated, and to recognize that in their journey we see a reflection of our own potential for growth and transformation. And so, my dear friends, as we stand on the threshold of this new understanding, let us take a moment to turn inward, to listen to the quiet voice of the soul, and to reflect on the journey that lies ahead. In the silence of our own hearts, let us find the courage to embrace our sensitivity and to walk the path of transformation with grace and dignity. Let us remember that we are not alone, that we are held in the embrace of a universe that is vast and mysterious, and that within each of us lies the potential for greatness and the promise of becoming. As we continue this exploration into the depths of the human psyche, let us now turn our attention to the concept of individuation, a central theme in our understanding of psychological development and spiritual growth. Individuation is the process by which an individual becomes the person they are meant to be, a journey toward wholeness that involves the integration of all aspects of the self. For the highly sensitive person, this process is both a calling and a challenge, an invitation to embrace their unique gifts and navigate the complexities of their inner world in the context of individuation. The sensitive soul is called to engage with the various facets of their being, including the persona, the shadow, the anima or animus, and the self. Each of these elements represents an aspect of the psyche that must be acknowledged and integrated in order for the individual to achieve a sense of wholeness and authenticity. The persona is the mask we wear in the world, the image we present to others that often conceals our true nature. For the highly sensitive, the persona can become a source of tension, as they may feel compelled to conform to societal expectations that do not align with their inner truth. The challenge is to cultivate a persona that is flexible and congruent with their authentic self, allowing them to navigate the world without losing their sense of identity. The shadow, as we have previously discussed, contains the parts of ourselves that we have denied or repressed. For the sensitive individual, the shadow may hold the key to unlocking hidden strengths and potentialities. By engaging with the shadow, they can uncover the parts of themselves that have been obscured by fear or shame, transforming these aspects into sources of empowerment and insight. The anima or animus represents the inner opposite, the feminine aspect within the male psyche and the masculine aspect within the female psyche. For the highly sensitive, the integration of the anima or animus is essential for achieving balance and harmony within the psyche. This integration involves embracing the qualities traditionally associated with the opposite gender, such as nurturing and intuition for men, or assertiveness and rationality for women. By doing so, the sensitive individual can access a greater range of expression and creativity, drawing upon the full spectrum of their being. At the heart of individuation lies the self, the central organizing principle of the psyche that represents the totality of the individual. The self is both the goal and the guiding force of the individuation process, a symbol of the unity and wholeness that lies beyond the duality of the conscious and unconscious mind. For the highly sensitive, the realization of the self is a profound spiritual awakening, a moment of clarity and insight that transcends the limitations of the ego and reveals the interconnectedness of all things. In the journey toward individuation, the role of dreams cannot be overstated. Dreams serve as a bridge between the conscious and unconscious mind, offering insights and guidance that illuminate the path of transformation. For the sensitive soul, dreams are often vivid and symbolic, rich with imagery that speaks to the deepest layers of the psyche by engaging with their dreams. The sensitive individual can access the wisdom of the unconscious and gain a deeper understanding of their inner landscape. The process of individuation is not a solitary endeavor, but one that is enriched by the presence and support of others. In the context of community, the sensitive soul finds the encouragement and validation needed to continue their journey. It is through the sharing of experiences and insights that we create a space for collective growth and healing. A reminder that we are all connected in our quest for authenticity and wholeness. As we reflect on the journey of individuation, we are reminded of the importance of courage and perseverance. The path is not always easy, for it requires a willingness to face the unknown and to embrace the full spectrum of our being. Yet, it is through this journey that we discover the depth and richness of our own soul, a treasure that lies beyond the superficiality of the everyday world. In contemplating the broader implications of individuation, we are drawn to consider the impact of the sensitive soul on the collective consciousness. In their journey toward wholeness, the highly sensitive individual serves as a catalyst for transformation, inspiring others to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery and growth. Through their empathy and insight, they offer a vision of a world that values depth and connection, a world in which the inner life is celebrated and honored. As we draw this exploration to a close, let us take a moment to reflect on the gifts that sensitivity brings to our world. In embracing our sensitivity, we open ourselves to the richness of the human experience, to the beauty and complexity that lie beneath the surface of everyday life. We are called to honor the sensitive souls among us, to create spaces where their gifts can be nurtured and celebrated, and to recognize that in their journey we see a reflection of our own potential for growth and transformation. And so, my dear friends, as we stand on the threshold of this new understanding, let us take a moment to turn inward, to listen to the quiet voice of the soul, and to reflect on the journey that lies ahead. In the silence of our own hearts, let us find the courage to embrace our sensitivity and to walk the path of transformation with grace and dignity, let us remember that we are not alone, that we are held in the embrace of a universe that is vast and mysterious, and that within each of us lies the potential for greatness and the promise of becoming, as we proceed further into the exploration of the sensitive soul's journey. Let us turn our attention to the interplay between the inner and outer worlds. This delicate balance is crucial for the highly sensitive person, who often finds themselves straddling the boundary between the rich inner life of the psyche and the demands of the external world. It is in this liminal space that the sensitive individual must learn to navigate, drawing upon their unique gifts to bridge these two realms. The external world, with its ceaseless demands and myriad distractions, often poses a challenge for the sensitive soul. It is a world that frequently values action over reflection, productivity over introspection. In this environment, the sensitive individual may feel overwhelmed, as if caught in a whirlwind of sensations and emotions that threaten to sweep them away. Yet, it is precisely in this chaos that the sensitive soul can find their true strength, for they possess the ability to perceive the deeper currents that move beneath the surface of everyday life. This ability to perceive what lies beneath is akin to the role of the oracle in ancient times, those revered figures who served as intermediaries between the human and the divine. The sensitive individual, with a heightened awareness and deep intuition, often fulfills a similar role in contemporary society. They are attuned to the subtle energies and patterns that shape our world, offering insights and guidance that can illuminate the path forward. To fulfill this role, the sensitive soul must cultivate a deep sense of inner alignment, a connection to their own inner truth that serves as a compass in the midst of uncertainty. This alignment is achieved through practices that foster self-awareness and self-understanding, allowing the individual to discern the voice of their own intuition amidst the clamor of external influences. Meditation, journaling, and reflective contemplation are invaluable tools in this process, offering a space for the sensitive soul to connect with the deeper rhythms of their being. In addition to inner alignment, the sensitive individual must also develop the ability to engage with the world in a way that is both authentic and sustainable. This involves finding a balance between giving and receiving, between action and rest. For the sensitive person, this balance is particularly important, as they are often naturally inclined to give of themselves, to offer their empathy and support to others. Yet, in doing so, they must also remember to care for their own needs, to replenish their own reserves so that they can continue to be of service to the world. The concept of self-care, often misunderstood as indulgence, is a vital aspect of this balance. For the highly sensitive, self-care is not a luxury but a necessity, a means of maintaining equilibrium and resilience. It involves not only tending to the physical body but also nurturing the mind and spirit, engaging in activities that bring joy and fulfillment, and creating spaces where the soul can rest and rejuvenate. As the sensitive soul navigates the interplay between the inner and outer worlds, they are also called to engage with the larger forces that shape our collective experience. In this regard, the sensitive individual serves as a vessel for the archetypal energies that move through the collective unconscious, bringing these forces into conscious awareness and offering new perspectives and possibilities for growth. The archetype of the visionary is particularly relevant here, representing the ability to see beyond the present moment to the potential that lies ahead. The visionary is a bridge between what is and what could be, offering a vision of a future that is informed by the wisdom of the past and the insights of the present. For the sensitive soul, the visionary archetype is both a guide and a challenge, calling them to trust in their own vision and to share it with the world, even when it defies conventional thinking. In embracing the role of the visionary, the sensitive individual is invited to become an agent of change, a catalyst for transformation in a world that is often resistant to new ideas and perspectives. This requires courage and conviction, a willingness to stand in one's truth and to speak out for what is just and meaningful. It is a path that is not without its obstacles, yet it is also one that offers the potential for profound impact and contribution. As we reflect on the sensitive soul's journey through the interplay of the inner and outer worlds, we are reminded of the importance of community and connection. In the embrace of a supportive community, the sensitive individual finds the encouragement and validation needed to continue their journey. It is through the sharing of experiences and insights that we create a space for collective growth and healing, a reminder that we are all connected in our quest for authenticity and wholeness. As we draw this exploration to a close, let us take a moment to reflect on the gifts that sensitivity brings to our world. In embracing our sensitivity, we open ourselves to the richness of the human experience, to the beauty and complexity that lie beneath the surface of everyday life. We are called to honor the sensitive souls among us, to create spaces where their gifts can be nurtured and celebrated, and to recognize that in their journey we see a reflection of our own potential for growth and transformation. And so, my dear friends, as we stand on the threshold of this new understanding, let us take a moment to turn inward, to listen to the quiet voice of the soul, and to reflect on the journey that lies ahead. In the silence of our own hearts, let us find the courage to embrace our sensitivity and to walk the path of transformation with grace and dignity. Let us remember that we are not alone, that we are held in the embrace of a universe that is vast and mysterious, and that within each of us lies the potential for greatness and the promise of becoming. As we delve deeper into the journey of the sensitive soul, it becomes increasingly evident that this path is not only a personal odyssey, but also a profound contribution to the collective evolution of consciousness. In a world that often prioritizes the tangible and the measurable, the sensitive individual offers a reminder of the intangible dimensions of life that hold equal, if not greater, significance. The highly sensitive person often finds themselves attuned to the liminal spaces of existence, those thresholds where the boundaries between the known and the unknown become porous. It is in these spaces that the sensitive soul encounters the mysteries of life, engaging with the numbness, the sense of the sacred that permeates the world and invites us to explore the depths of our own being. This exploration is not without its challenges, for the sensitive individual is continually called to navigate the tension between vulnerability and strength in a society that frequently equates vulnerability with weakness. the sensitive person must cultivate the courage to embrace their own openness as a source of power. This requires a reevaluation of what it means to be strong, shifting the focus from rigidity and control to resilience and adaptability. Resilience, in this context, is not the ability to withstand pressure without change, but the capacity to adapt and grow in response to life's challenges. It is a dynamic process that involves the integration of experience and the transformation of adversity into insight and wisdom. For the sensitive soul, resilience is cultivated through a deep engagement with the self, an ongoing dialogue with the inner world that allows for the emergence of new understanding and perspective. In this dialogue, the sensitive individual is often called to confront their own fears and insecurities, those shadows that linger at the edges of consciousness and whisper doubts into the heart. Yet, it is through this confrontation that the sensitive soul discovers the richness of their own inner landscape, revealing the hidden strengths and potentialities that lie dormant within. The journey of resilience is also supported by the cultivation of gratitude, a practice that invites the sensitive soul to recognize and appreciate the beauty and abundance of life. Gratitude is not a denial of life's challenges, but a choice to focus on the gifts and opportunities that each moment presents. It is a practice that opens the heart and expands the mind, fostering a sense of connection to the broader tapestry of existence. In the context of relationship, the sensitive soul often serves as a mirror, reflecting the depth and complexity of the human experience through their empathy and insight. They offer others a glimpse into the intricacies of their own hearts, inviting a deeper level of engagement and understanding. The sensitive individual, in their capacity to feel deeply, becomes a catalyst for authentic connection, creating spaces where vulnerability is welcomed and honored. The role of the sensitive person in relationship is akin to that of the alchemist, who transforms base metal into gold through the application of wisdom and understanding. In the crucible of relationship, the sensitive soul brings forth the light of awareness, illuminating the hidden patterns and dynamics that shape our interactions. Through this illumination, they offer the possibility of transformation, inviting us to transcend the limitations of our conditioning and to engage with one another from a place of authenticity and love. As we reflect on the sensitive soul's contribution to relationship, we are reminded of the power of presence, the ability to be fully engaged with another in the moment. Presence is a gift that the sensitive individual offers naturally, for their attunement to the subtleties of experience allows them to perceive and respond to the nuances of human interaction. In presence, we find the potential for healing and transformation as we are invited to let go of pretense and to meet one another in the truth of our shared humanity. The journey of the sensitive soul is also deeply intertwined with the natural world, which offers a profound source of inspiration and renewal. In nature, the sensitive individual finds a reflection of their own inner rhythms, a reminder of the cyclical patterns that govern all life. The natural world invites us to slow down, to attune to its rhythms, and to rediscover the interconnectedness of all things. In the embrace of nature, the sensitive soul finds solace and inspiration, a sanctuary where the soul can rest and rejuvenate. It is in this communion with the natural world that the sensitive individual can reconnect with their own essence, drawing strength and wisdom from the earth and its myriad forms of life. As we draw this exploration to a close, let us take a moment to honor the journey of the sensitive soul, a journey that calls us all to embrace our own sensitivity and to engage with the world from a place of authenticity and love. In doing so, we not only honor the sensitive individual, but the deeper truth of our shared humanity. A truth that calls us all to embark on our own journeys of transformation and discovery. And so, my dear friends, as we stand on the threshold of this new understanding, let us take a moment to turn inward, to listen to the quiet voice of the soul, and to reflect on the journey that lies ahead. In the silence of our own hearts, let us find the courage to embrace our sensitivity and to walk the path of transformation with grace and dignity. Let us remember that we are not alone, that we are held in the embrace of a universe that is vast and mysterious, and that within each of us lies the potential for greatness and the promise of becoming. As we continue our exploration into the nuanced journey of the sensitive soul, let us delve into the transformative power of symbolism and myth, those ancient languages that speak to the deepest layers of our psyche. For the highly sensitive person, whose perceptive abilities often extend beyond the tangible world, symbols and myths offer a profound means of understanding and integrating the complexities of their experience. At the heart of symbolism lies the capacity to convey meaning that transcends the literal, tapping into the universal truths that connect us all. Symbols are the language of the unconscious, the bridge between the conscious mind and the depths of the soul. For the sensitive individual, this language is particularly resonant, as they are often attuned to the subtleties and nuances that symbols convey. A single image, a fleeting dream, or a recurring motif can carry a wealth of insight, offering guidance and clarity as they navigate their path. In myth, we find the stories that have shaped human consciousness for millennia, narratives that encapsulate the archetypal journeys of life, death, and rebirth. Myths are not mere fantasies or relics of the past. They are living stories that continue to unfold within us, reflecting the ongoing dance between the individual and the collective. For the highly sensitive, myths offer a mirror in which to see their own struggles and triumphs writ large, providing context and meaning to their personal experiences. Consider the myth of the phoenix, that legendary bird that is consumed by flames only to rise anew from its ashes. This powerful symbol of transformation speaks to the sensitive soul's journey of continual renewal and rebirth. In the face of adversity and challenge, the sensitive individual is called to release what no longer serves them, to embrace the fires of change, and emerge renewed and transformed. The phoenix reminds us that within each ending lies the seed of a new beginning, a truth that resonates deeply with the sensitive soul's capacity for resilience and growth. In the labyrinth, we find another potent symbol, an intricate maze that represents the journey into the unknown, the winding path that leads to the center of self. For the highly sensitive, The labyrinth is a metaphor for the inner journey, the process of individuation that requires courage and perseverance. As they navigate the twists and turns of the labyrinth, the sensitive individual is called to confront their fears, to trust in their intuition, and to find their way to the center, where they discover the truth of their own being. The use of symbols and myths is not limited to passive reflection. They are also active tools for transformation. By engaging with symbols through art, writing, or meditation, the sensitive soul can access the creative forces of the unconscious, bringing forth new insights and perspectives that support their journey. This creative engagement allows for a dialogue with the deeper layers of the psyche, facilitating the integration of disparate parts of the self and fostering a sense of wholeness. As we reflect on the role of symbolism and myth in the life of the sensitive individual, we are reminded of the interconnectedness of all things. The web of meaning that weaves through the fabric of existence. In embracing this interconnectedness, the sensitive soul can find a sense of belonging and purpose, recognizing their place within the greater tapestry of life. The journey of the sensitive soul is also marked by a profound engagement with the concept of time, not merely as a linear progression, but as a cyclical and multidimensional experience. The sensitive individual often perceives time in a unique way, attuned to the rhythms and cycles that govern both the inner and outer worlds. This attunement invites a deeper understanding of the natural ebb and flow of life, a recognition that each moment holds its own significance and potential. In this context, the practice of presence becomes a powerful means of engaging with time, allowing the sensitive soul to fully inhabit each moment and to appreciate the richness of the present. Presence is not merely a state of being, but a dynamic process of awareness and engagement, a way of moving through the world with mindfulness and intention. For the highly sensitive, presence offers a sanctuary from the distractions and demands of modern life, a space where they can connect with their own inner truth and with the world around them. As we draw this exploration to a close, let us reflect on the gifts that sensitivity brings to our world. In embracing our sensitivity, we open ourselves to the richness of the human experience, to the beauty and complexity that lie beneath the surface of everyday life. We are called to honor the sensitive souls among us, to create spaces where their gifts can be nurtured and celebrated, and to recognize that in their journey we see a reflection of our own potential for growth and transformation. And so, my dear friends, as we stand on the threshold of this new understanding, let us take a moment to turn inward, to listen to the quiet voice of the soul, and to reflect on the journey that lies ahead. In the silence of our own hearts, let us find the courage to embrace our sensitivity and to walk the path of transformation with grace and dignity. Let us remember that we are not alone, that we are held in the embrace of a universe that is vast and mysterious, and that within each of us lies the potential for greatness and the promise of becoming